This is a brand new addition to the Subaru Wilderness family. This is a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness, and I'm back here at Conley Subaru of Bradenton to take in a complete tour of this vehicle. So we're gonna check it out, see what powers up this thing, play with some new technology, take it for a spin, the whole 9 yards. If you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel. Hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and don't forget to turn on that bell notification ring bell. Now let's get back to this. Today's market, a lot of manufacturers like to dress up their vehicle, make them look more off-roady, but very few of them actually follow up and add the capabilities to the vehicles. Now, we're going to take a complete look at this Subaru, and I'm going to point out some of the more off-roady elements, something that's more exclusive to this Wilderness trim, but overall shape, it's almost the same as the regular Crosstrek. You have the steering responsive LED lights, which are really good. You also have the daytime running lights and LED turn signals that are included in this headlight unit. And down below you can see this little flower looking or snowflake looking light. This is all an LED fog light as well. And you also have these special trim pieces that are kind of spread out across this vehicle in this copper color, and exclusive to the Wilderness trim grille that is bigger, that is bolder than you'll find on the regular Crosstrek. Now, if you see that this vehicle is standing up a little bit higher, and that's because it has been raised up by about ½ an inch, so the total ground clearance in this vehicle 9.3 inches, which definitely makes this vehicle more capable off the beaten path. Now let's pop the hood, let's see what powers up this thing. Right on top of the hood you'll see this black decal, and that actually serves a purpose that prevents you from being blinded by the sun if you're trailing. And underneath the hood you'll find some sound insulation. Unfortunately, there's no hood struts, there's a prop stick that holds it up. But what's underneath here, this is a 2.5 liter flat 4-cylinder boxer engine. Now it produces 182 horsepower, 178 foot-pounds of torque. It's mated to a Subaru Lineartronic CVT transmission. Not the fastest thing out there, but definitely more capable than some of the competitors. You know, we'll talk about the gas mileage in just a little bit, but it's also important to know that all of the Subaru Crosstreks are equipped with the all-wheel drive system. Let's take a look around the corner here. Definitely looking more rugged and beefy. You can definitely see that height difference as far as the ground clearance on it. And let's take a look at this wheel and tire setup. So you have the 17-inch satin black wheels that come standard. They're dressed in this Yokohama Geolandar all-terrain tires. 225 by 60 is the size of it. You can see this cladding around it. Let's see if I can give you a close-up of it. It's nice in texture. You also have a Subaru Wilderness logo on the side, Crosstrek spelled out at this bottom portion of it. And then an important thing to mention too is that those roof rails are actually the heavy-duty ones. They're capable of holding a static load of up to 700 pounds. So if you like overlanding, you can definitely throw the rooftop tent on top of it, and definitely can fit 2, maybe 3 people, depending on how big your friends are. Now, as far as the mirrors, you have the turn signal that's included in here. This is the low shine mirror right here. Let's see if we have the blind spot assist. So we have the heated mirror. I don't see the blind spot assist on this, but we'll check it out on the interior. And then you have the keyless entry system, smart entry system, on this vehicle, and here's how it looks. Looks actually pretty darn good. Around the back here, you have the combination as far as the taillights. I like the shape of those taillights, kind of those crab taillights, and then you have the LED taillights. But as far as the turn signals or the reverse lights, you can see that those are the incandescent bulbs. Subaru logo right in the middle, Crosstrek, symmetrical all-wheel drive on one side, Wilderness on the other side. You can definitely see how nice and tall it stands here. It also has a very unique bumper, and it has Subaru that's actually built inside of here, and of course those two copper looking pieces that open up. This is there have some tow hooks in here. Now this is also the only Subaru Crosstrek that's rated higher for towing. It can tow up to 3,500 pounds. 1,500 is the regular towing capacity on the regular Crosstrek, so definitely makes a difference here. You have the rear view camera, exposed wiper, and the third brake light here. Now, no power lift gate, and here's what we have on the inside. Behind the seats, you'll have about 20 cubic feet of storage, which is not bad. You also have the Subaru Wilderness all-season mats, looking good. Underneath here, you have a spare tire. Now this is the temporary use only, which I think for the off-road vehicle, I'd like to have a full-size spare tire. And you also have the cargo cover. The seats can be folded 60-40 split, so you can definitely extend your room quite a bit if you wanted to carry something larger with your Subaru. Now you have the illumination on the inside, and this is pretty much it. Let's get inside, I'll show you the rest of it. Start with the rear door panel right here, and let's see what we have. I like how broken up it is in the different color, different sheens, different texture. This is all hard plastic though. The only soft material right here is this padded armrest. And of course you have the door handle, window control, a little bit of storage underneath, and this is pretty much it. And the seats, nicely trimmed. I like the coloring of it. I like the texture. They call it the StarTex material. And this is that waterproof, very durable, supposedly material. It actually looks it, so hopefully that's going to live up to the hype. In the middle, you have the console with the two cup holders in here. And no vents are available for the rear passengers, but you have your USB Type-C and your USB Type-A ports. You also have the seat back pocket on the passenger seat only, and quite a bit of a bump in the middle as far as the floor. So two people definitely comfortably. Third one, probably not so much, but let's see if I can even fit in here. Well, as far as the headroom and shoulder room, definitely no shortage there. Where it comes a little bit short is the knee room, so let me show that to you. So my knees are leaning on that front seat that's adjusted to my regular driving position. I'm 6 feet tall, so I'm not the smallest person out there, but just keep that in mind that in the back you won't have as much room as some of the competitors. Now let's check the sound of the closing door. Boom. This is very solid, probably one of the best in its class. And what we have in the front, a little bit more softer materials as far as the padding over here. You also have this carbon fiber looking trim. Of course, this is fake, this is not a real. And then you have your window mirror lock controls, a bit more storage underneath. You can put your water bottle. And you know, as far as the seats, now both seats, driver and passenger, as standard equipment, it comes with the manual adjustments. Now limited, you get the power adjustment on the driver's seat. You also have this Wilderness badge that's kind of embossed in this headrest. The seats are nice, they're comfortable. And let's jump inside and I'll show you the rest of this interior. Here's the interior of this 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness Edition. It looks very similar to the limited one. Now you have this nice steering wheel there. It's good to the size. It's just the right thickness. It feels very sturdy. It has some contrast stitching underneath here. And you have the same kind of inserts as far as the color, this copper insert, as you'll see on the outside. You have the big Subaru logo and a bunch of buttons on each side. Now on the right hand side, you'll see most of it controls as far as the cruise control. So you have the adaptive cruise control as well as the steering assist. You can also put it your Subaru in the sport mode or in the individual mode if you'd like to. And we're going to go through some of those modes in just a bit. Now, as far as the other side, you have your source for your media as well as your voice control button, and then you have the mute, phone hang up, phone pickup button information up and down. And behind here you also have the pedal shifters, as you do have the manual mode in the Subaru, even though it has the CVT transmission. So as far as the instrument cluster, this is more of a traditional look. So on the right hand side you have the speedometer, left hand side tachometer, and inside of each you have the fuel gauge on the right and the temperature gauge on the other side. Now, as far as what's going on in the middle here, so you have your trip meter and your temperature, your clock, you know, etc. You can connect your Bluetooth device here and see what's playing. So you have some information here as well. And this is it. This only customizable or portion that you can change stuff on. It's right on top. So, you know, you can see the miles per gallon, you have the tire pressure, etc. And let's move on to the big screen. So this is your 11.6-inch screen with this newest Starlink system. Now let's check it out really quick. So right here, first of all, you can take this off and, you know, you'll see that these are hazard lights right here. You also have the volume button and the volume knob and the push button for the power. You have the front window defroster, and then you have the temperature adjustment for either side. So it has the dual zone climate control. Now right on top of here you see the outside temperature 78 degrees, and then we can select and see what's going on. Now the Subaru used to have kind of the split design, which you'll have the separate screen that would include all of these features, and then the screen at the bottom would include the rest of it. Now they kind of combine that, which I like, and it says the water temperature normal, oil temperature normal. Let's move on. You can see weather, and then you have the different X modes, so you can set it up for snow, dirt, normal, deep snow, and mud. Kind of allows this vehicle to slip a little bit in the snow and mud, so kind of it you know, gives you that little bit more travel with this vehicle. So, and definitely is capable. I've seen some of the videos where, you know, the Subaru engineers and some of the media were able to test it out on some trail in Arizona. So while, you know, I wouldn't go climbing boulders with it, this is definitely something that can take you to even one of the most remote camping sites, as long as there's a road or something that's similar to it. So let's see what we have as far as the shortcuts. So you have the radio, media, phone, apps. Let's see as far as the apps: Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Now you have the wireless capability, so it's really nice. Settings as far as the vehicle, so general settings, clock, display, Wi-Fi, hotspot. Then you have the sound settings, phone settings. You can pair it, change device name even if you'd like to, and a lot of adjustments here as far as the climate control, language, tire pressure. There you go. Even have the birthday list, anniversary list. This is your home button, takes you back to the home screen. You have the car info. And let's see, so here's your driving statistics, maintenance. This is pretty cool actually, especially if you are planning to take it off-road. So you have your pitch and roll, and then you can see, you know, where the power is coming or going. You also have this crawl mode, and see, you can set it up in here, probably in a different driving mode. But you have the crawl mode, which is really nice. You also have the hill descent assist, so that's something that's going to help you out as far as, you know, taking this vehicle off the beaten path. Right now, you know, there's no maintenance that's due or scheduled. I mean, it's a brand new vehicle. It's got 19 miles on it, so we don't have to worry about it. Here's your vehicle mode. That's a shortcut button. So right now we're in the X mode, deep snow and mud. We're going to leave it in the normal mode. Close that off. Cruise control, acceleration, standard X mode, auto vehicle hold. Steering responsive, headlights are on, auto start stop feature is on, so you can turn these off if you don't like to have those on. And now on the other side, we can manage devices, and you can also set up a driver profile, which we don't have set up right now. So this is basically what you have in the infotainment system. Let's put it really quick in reverse, and I'll show you the rear view camera. This is where I think it could get improved a little bit, even though the camera quality is not bad. It's actually a, you know, you can see some of the details in it, but it could take up the entire screen. It would definitely help out, especially on this version, which does not have a front or side view cameras. But it has the trajectory lines that are active, and it also can help you measure distance with the different coloring as far as the distance markers here. So your rear view camera, and let's see, you can turn on your parking brakes or parking sensors. Let's take a look and put it back in park. And this is basically your infotainment system. Now the stereo sounds decent. I mean, this is not the upgraded stereo. I don't have anything upgraded on this vehicle, as a matter of fact. Down underneath here, let's see, you'll find the USB Type-C, USB Type-A, and the regular auxiliary outlet. And this shelf right here, this is where you have the wireless charging, regular shifter, with again this carbon fiber looking padding right down here. So you have the regular gears, and as you can see, you can switch it to the manual mode if you'd like to. You also have the electronic parking brake and the heated seats, as well as the 2 cup holders and an extra 12-volt power outlet. Right here you can find more room if you need to store something, and overall the look of it is not bad. Now this is a different texture than the one on top. This seems like it's all hard plastic. Actually, this is rubberized right on top. It looks good, it feels good, it breaks it up, makes it more interesting to look at. And up on top you'll have the mirror with the built-in compass and the Homelink system. This one has been upgraded to the LED lights. As a standard equipment, you come with the incandescent bulbs. And then you have the mirrors that are illuminated here as well with the LED, and your sun visors. And this is pretty much it. Well guys, this is the Wilderness edition. We're going to talk about what's different about this, but let's talk about the different trim levels that are available on the Subaru Crosstrek lineup for 2024. It starts as a base one, $24,995. Then the second one is the premium, $26,145. Those are the two ones with the less powerful engine, the 2-liter engine, 152 horsepower. And then we step up to the 2.5-liter engine with the Sport at $28,995. $38,995 at the limited, and the most expensive one, which is the one that I'm sitting in right now, it's the Wilderness, $31,995. More powerful engine. Now, as far as the gas mileage, the Wilderness definitely takes a hit because of the aerodynamics of this vehicle. It's also a little bit heavier. It sits up a little bit. So as far as the gas mileage, it's going to have the worst gas mileage out of all of the Subaru Crosstrek lineup, and that is 29 on the expressway and 25 in the city. So definitely comparing even to the limited with the same engine at 33 and the expressway, 26 in the city, you can see some differences here. But it's a little bit heavier. It's about 25 pounds heavier. It's not a huge difference, but definitely sits up higher. So we have a beefed up suspension. We have a raised vehicle. We have some skid plates underneath it that protect the bottom of this vehicle, and definitely a more powerful and more capable off-road. So what we have is, you know, we have the different wheels, a little bit more knobbier wheels or tires. Those Yokohama Geolanders definitely are not the quietest. Well, we'll see how it drives. What's also different about this, other than all of the you know, features that we've seen on the outside and the inside, it's the way that this transmission, that this lineartronic CVT transmission is geared. And this one has a lower final gear ratio, which supposedly make this vehicle a little bit faster off the road, but it also helps with handling it off the road as well. So let's take it for a quick spin here and let's see how it drives. We're gonna start this driving impressions here by making a circle here and seeing how this vehicle turns all the way to the right. And let's see. Oof, that's nice and fun. And I gotta tell you, the steering wheel is nice. It's a light, but it also feels you like you're in control. And I like the suspension, I really do. The suspension is really kind of stiff on this vehicle. Like even making this turns here, it doesn't seem like a lot of that transfers into the cabin. Maybe if I keep it on the extended times in here, but overall it's nice. I also have, you know, this very imperfect lot, and while I would love to take it on off the beaten path, I can see how it handles and how it absorbs some of the bumps in here, and this vehicle definitely would feel at home like on the gravel path. I can already see that. So no question, this is a really cool vehicle. As far as that, we're gonna go and take it on the road and check out the acceleration here. This is supposed to be a little bit quicker than the regular Crosstrek, even with the same engine. We're gonna see how that translates into reality. Well, there's nobody behind me. Let's check out the acceleration. Definitely it doesn't impress much, to be honest with you. And that transmission is really whiny. I mean, I'm gonna complain about it. I know people, some of the people might say, hey, listen, you know, it serves its purpose, and it does. I kind of miss that crispness of shifting the gears on the regular torque converter transmission. Not a huge fan of CVT, but you probably know that if you watch any of my videos. It kind of has that whiny noise like we have right now. It's gradually speeding up, but you know, I don't hear that crispness of shifting gears. But everyone is different and everyone prefers different things, and I gotta be careful of what I say here, because that Subaru Mafia is gonna destroy me here. Guys, I'm not knocking out the brand. I think that it is a great vehicle, and I actually like this Wilderness edition a lot. I like what it adds to the regular Crosstrek. I like that in addition to just the looks, that it gives you that ability to take you off the beaten path with the raised up suspension, a little bit beefier tires, a little bit lower final drive ratio in here, so you can definitely do what you need to do as far as you know, living your outdoorsy lifestyle. And even if you're gonna go overlanding, if you're gonna go camping, you have that 700 pounds that can be held on those roof rails. So definitely a great addition to this. Now, I would like to maybe see that transmission being changed a little bit, because it's got plenty of power for the size of this vehicle. It's right in the middle of the pack. We see subcompact SUVs ranging from 130s to 250s, you know, as far as the horsepower. So 182, it's great. I mean, the new Hyundai Kona that I did, the N-Line and the Limited's got 190. The Corolla Cross Hybrid's got 196. You know, but the Honda HR-V, you know, it's got 152. So kind of at the lower end, and it depends on what you need it for. This one definitely has enough power. It's that power delivery to the wheels is where I think that it lacks. And you know, a great thing that it has, the all-wheel drive, you know, definitely helps. Even though I'm here in Florida, it rains here quite a bit, especially in the summertime. Definitely that all-wheel drive will come in handy, especially when, you know, there's tons of water on the roadways. So guys, I like this vehicle, and thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know, would you buy this Wilderness trim, or maybe stick around with the regular Sport, or Limited with the same engine? Maybe you don't even need an engine big like this. Let me know which one would you buy. Put it in the comment section below. I really appreciate every single one, and definitely don't forget to check out the rest of my channel. I hope you'll find something that you like, so hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn that bell notification ring bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.